Neetu, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I hear it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, perfect.
Praveen, I think I'll start the session with some
Sure.
introductions and a welcome. And we're hoping that Suresh will be able to join. Otherwise, I'll pass on the mic to you directly.
Sounds good, Neetu. Yep.
Awesome. So, good evening and a very warm welcome to you all at the TiE New Jersey special program today. I'm Neetu Randhawa, Executive Director at TiE New Jersey chapter of the Indus Entrepreneurs. For those joining us for the first time, a little bit about TiE. TiE Global is a nonprofit founded in 1992 and is devoted to entrepreneurs at all stages of the entrepreneurship cycle. With a global reach and a local focus, the heart of TiE's efforts lies in its 5 foundational programs of mentoring, networking, education, incubation, and funding. With a focus on giving back to the community, TiE's focus is to nurture the next generation of entrepreneurs. Our vision is that by assisting entrepreneurs, we believe we can empower individuals and create wealth in our communities. Today, TiE has a presence in 14 countries, 61 chapters, with over 3,000 charter members and 15,000 members globally. Before we begin our program, I would like to express gratitude and acknowledge all our sponsors. With your support, we can continue to deliver impactful programs like the TiE New Jersey Nurture Program, where every dollar is well spent. I think there might be an echo. Just give me a moment.
Neetu, you're logged in twice.
How are we doing now?
There's still an echo.
No echo.
There is an echo.
You're both doing great.
How am I doing now?
Keep going.
Maybe go to the. We're all echoing.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I think we're still.
Hi, Neetu, do you have two microphones on? If you have two microphones.
No, you know what, guys? Everyone needs to mute.
Okay, let's do that.
There we go. I
Everybody
think we
other
got
than
it.
Neetu, please mute and let's see if it works.
How are we doing now?
We got it.
Thank you so much. I'll start from where we left off, and that is, I would like to express our gratitude and acknowledgement to all our sponsors. Our platinum sponsors are Insure Your Company, NJEDA, Stoll LLP, Wilkin Gutton Plan, Sahuri Insurance, Wealth Planning Advisory Board, NJIT, Kaizen Voice, ICICI Bank, Chug LLP, and our gold sponsors are Futron Solutions, Micrographio, and South Asian Bar Association. Today also, I'd like to welcome Judith Cheft from the Commission of Science and Innovation and Technology at NJEDA. They have joined us as our platinum sponsors. So welcome, Judith, and thank you so much for your support. I would also like to remind our members of two very important events and deadlines that are coming up. One is the TiE Annual Charter Member Retreat. This year is in Kyoto, Japan. Please register for your early bird price to join the event by Feb 29th. We have also kicked off the TiE University program, and the applications are due by Feb 29th from Collegiate Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for joining the call today. And now, please welcome our TiE New Jersey President, Dr. Suresh Kumar, to kick off the event. Suresh?
Thank you, Neetu. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, great. So thank you for that good introduction to the whole entire TiE ecosystem. I just wanted to pick on one of the pillars that Neetu mentioned, which is mentoring. And Nurture is actually mentoring focused on early stage startups. The program was launched by TiE Pune many years ago. And it is run by a person by the name of Kiran Desai, who's currently now a global trustee. So the good news is that we have three of our CMs who really are very familiar with the program. Some of them have been through that program. And this program at New Jersey is a result of about 12 months of collaboration that three of the CMs, Praveen Patil, Vinay Nathan, and Sanjay Goradia has been doing with Neetu and me. So a lot of planning, a lot of thought has gone into it. And this one, the first cohort, which is starting this weekend, will be kind of a test of the whole model going forward. So the question arises as to why Nurture and why Nurture now, given all the advances in technology and the advent of AI, which supposedly make things easier for entrepreneurs. In fact, just earlier today, I was in a session teaching a group of young entrepreneurs at NJIT, and I'd invited Arun Shroff, who I believe is on the call today too. And we were talking about the technology tools, for example, that makes it so easy to make an MVP, which used to take months of hard work, a lot of coding involved. Usually teams had to outsource the coding to build a product. Now it can be done virtually in hours, if not sooner, using many of the tools that you're familiar with: Copilot, Bubble, Webflow, et cetera, et cetera. There are so many of them. But yet, so a lot of my students had this concern as to which of these tools is the best suited for what they're trying to do, right? And that hand-holding required just by that brief session Arun Shroff had with my class today, they had a lot more clarity in terms of what to use, when, how to use it, and why to use it, etc. So even the technology that is available, you really need some hand-holding by experienced people. That's number one. Secondly, there is many things that are timeless in entrepreneurship. As few examples are, mindset, the vision, the values. Those things really cannot be, technology can't help you as much in those fields. So therefore, I think mentoring will remain timeless as far as startups go. And that is the role I believe that TiE really is well suited to play in the ecosystem in New Jersey as well as across the world. So with those words, I want to hand it over to Praveen Patil, who is the chair of the program. Are the co-chairs being Vinay and Sanjay. So I wanted to congratulate them and thank them for all their effort. And so with that, I want to hand it over to you, Praveen, if you can please take over.
Sure. Thank you, Suresh. Good evening, everyone. It's really exciting to be presenting the nurture here. Can you hear me, Neetu? You can hear me fine, right? Yeah, okay. So good evening, everyone, again. Thanks for joining this Nurture Info session today. We are really excited to launch this Nurture program. As Suresh mentioned, right? Me, Vinay, and Sanjay, we are working more than a year now with Nurture Global team to structure this program for our environment, for our need. So there's a lot of work has been done, and we reached to the stage where we are starting this first cohort from this coming Saturday. So really exciting time. So for this session, what I want to do is like give you like a brief overview about the Nurture, what Nurture program is, how this Nurture program works, what kind of companies can get benefit from this program, right? And how you can be participate in these activities though, right? So very high level session because there is a deep cohort discussion and all those things. So if somebody needs some more information, there is an email address there, right? nurture@nj.tie.org. So you can reach out to us and our program team will respond to you basically, right? So let me go to the next slide. So this slide, if you see, like Nurture basically cover all aspect of the entrepreneurial gambit, like companies which are like proof of concept level, right? From ideation to acceleration stage, right? They are like doing the MVP or the companies at the scale up side, right? At the right hand side, at different stages, right? Like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So the companies can be into early stage, early seed for the stage 1, or they can be VC funded into stage 2, or stage 3 is like a PE strategic investment back too. So we cover whole gambit of the startup from like basically from beginning to the end. So there is a lot of work because this is like very organized mentoring, very methodical way. So there is a very structured way to selecting to the companies too. So for particular this cohort which we are starting, we are focusing on the stage 1 companies. So we identified 5 companies for this stage 1 level, right? There are a lot of those companies are already get funded or they getting the traction though, right? So there is a lot of work and the criteria to select the companies and build the cohort. And that's something like me, Vinay, and Sanjay, we're going to do as part of the program management. So this gives you the sense like how this nurture works in all aspect of the phases of the companies basically. So nurture at nutshell though, right? Like how this, what is the basic of this, as Suresh mentioned, right? Nurture is happening from last 10 plus years from Pune location. Kiran Deshpande is the one who is like kind of a person who built this. So we're working very closely with the Pune and the other chapters who are doing this nurture to get their learning or how they shape, because this is our first cohort. So there's a lot of like uh, we are shaping and customizing the program for our need though, right? So the basic structure of the nurture is like mentoring for the founding team. So we always get like all the founders into this nurture cohort, define the process for the cohort creation. So this is very structured way to have, as I mentioned, right, for this cohort, we are doing stage 1 companies. So they are very handpicked very quality companies. And then after that, like charter members as a mentor. So as our quality charter members, we going to assign two mentors per company. That's like a structure. For this first cohort, we are doing like one mentor at this stage, but this is what we're going to do. Duration is typically 8 to 12 weeks. We're going to run that, and there is like a lot of scheduling, and we interacting with the mentors and the companies, and all like work is happening there, right? So that's I just wanted to give you the sense that there's like a lot of structured and schedules and all those things are going in the back end. Sourcing for the companies, we are sourcing the companies from our ecosystem partners, TiE Human, TiE University. So referral by our CMs, our nurture alumni from the global side on inbound leads, right? But this is where our CM and our TiE NJ team can play the role, where they can refer the companies, or their companies can be part of this coming cohorts, right? So we are planning to run two cohorts, like one in the spring and one in the fall for this year. Next year, we are thinking we might do a third cohort, but that is something we'll communicate with you, and there will be through Neetu and Suresh, we're going to have constant communication for the team though, right? So how the schedule look like and how the plan look like. So the structured on the nurture perspective, like when we onboard the companies, there is no investment in that period, or there is no equity during that program. So when that's something like a governance we follow. So we're going to do that and follow those rules. And at the end of the cohort, we're going to have graduation and the demo day. So that's something charter members are going to work closely on the demo day perspective. And on the execution side, if you see at the right-hand side, we're going to have very handpicked our mentors, and we're going to have like 8 to 10 mentee session with the companies though, right? So and there is a lot of like a prep work going to happen before mentors start engaging with the companies. And we're going to have like a master classes, 3 to 5 master classes per cohort, with different topics like GTM, hyperscaling, funding. So we're going to choose those master classes based on the cohort nature, right? Like if your companies are into ideation stage, we have different classes versus the companies are into stage 1, stage 2. So this is something master classes. This cohort, we're doing 3 master classes. So Veena is going to talk that into later slide too. Boot camp in the beginning and the midterm. So this is optional right now. We are not doing for this first cohort, but this is something we're going to consider for our coming cohorts though. And as I said, graduation and pitch day program can be in person or virtual. So we're trying to do some in-person aspect, but there will be, again, virtual is going to be part of it though, right? So that's something we're going to balance it in person and virtual. Funding option, because this is something two key aspect for the companies, right? The funding and the GTM, right? And hyperscaling. So we have our 2 partners today. They're going to talk towards the end of the session, like from NJEDA, we have Monica Atwal, and from NJCSIT, we have Judith Shep. So they're going to talk about what are the capital access you have, or the or tax credits and for the startups and stuff. So this they just going to give the overview, but they are going to be like a constant communication down the road for the cohort, and we can bring them into our cohort sessions too, right? So and then we're going to expose to the VCs. So there are some efforts going on to do the New Jersey Angel Fund. Once that come in, we'll expose first our companies to our fund, the TiE fund, and then we're going to bring some external well-known VCs from the industry. So that's about the execution aspect of the program. So this just give the representative timeline and give you the sense how this program works. And again, this is customizable based on the cohort. There is some wiggle room. We're going to do that. But in general, we assemble the cohort that takes like 4 to 6 weeks. Basically, for that, we do the outreach, call for the application, shortlist, and select the companies based on the criteria, build the cohort, and assign the mentor. So that's like a lot of like matchmaking and like selecting the quality companies and uh, talk with our charter members and assign them based on their skills and their passion and their like though, right? So that's the groundwork before the cohort start, and then we'll have master class one. Then basically then mentoring phase one start, which is typically 4 to 5 weeks. That is more for like there is a lot of companies going to generate the document. We're going to share that with the charter members. So on day one, there is some data and the details there, like where is the company right now from point A, where they want to go point B. So that alignment has to happen between charter members and or mentors and the company. So we're going to play that role and make sure that communication happen and they are aligned. We're going to do the master class and then mentoring the phase one plan. So there are like a mentor mentee session going to happen. So there is a lot of flexibility from the mentor perspective. We're going to create the platform, and mentoring is more of a art basically, right? So now every company has a different need, and you need to see how your expertise get used for that short time frame and bring them from point A to point B or support them or take them on their journey though, right? And then they're going to be multiple, like this coming cohort, we're going to have 3 master classes. So they are like very well known faculty or the industry leader from our local network, and they're going to conduct these classes, and they are pretty in depth, and we encourage to participate all the mentors into those master classes. They are open for other people too, for other charter members. So if they want to contribute, say for you are working into the funding side, right? Or you are a GTM expert, we love to like you join and participate that, right? Even the faculty is running the class, we like to get those expertise, right? Locally and be part of that cohort then, right? So then we have like mentoring phase two. That's more for like some review process, checkpoints, and identify the gap. If we need to adjust something, we do that into the early stage, and then presentation from the company and prepare them for the pitch day, basically, right? So graduation and the pitch day. So that's like overall structure of the program and the flow. So that gives you some high level sense, right? How we're going to operate. And again, there is a email here, a nurture email. So feel free to send the email if you need some information or you want to get engaged. So we like to basically start preparing for our cohort 2, so which is going to be in the fall. So that continues, and this is going to be a continuous program, right? This is not just the one cohort. So we like to build that momentum and build the ecosystem for our network then. So I will hand it over to Vinay. So Vinay, you want to talk about our first cohort?
Sure. Hi. I've been trying to respond to the queries as they come in the chat as well. Hi all. I'm Vinay Nathan, and pleasure to have a chance to talk to all of you. And this is, of course, the most attractive part of the program in a sense. What you're seeing is the list of 5 curated startups that we have for this cohort. These are at all, have significant headway that they've created already by getting to a stage where they have traction, they have some funding and some go-to-market in place, and they're looking at accelerating it, right? So, and it's a pretty diverse kind of a set of companies in terms of problem spaces that they cover. So we don't really have to answer another question that came up. We don't have a fixed criterion to say this is the only kind of companies that we'll cover. Predominantly, of course, companies that would come into an accelerator program are tech-oriented companies, but we would work with any company for whom we have the appropriate mentoring side covered within our charter member community, right? It's really a matchmaking service in that sense to ensure that we have that covered. The the 5 companies that we have in this in this cohort go everything from medical space, healthcare space, to a AI co-pilot that helps people to think better, a community for sales and marketing professionals, right? So enterprise, B2B, consumer kind of cover entire spectrum. So pretty excited to onboard them. These are great companies to work with, and in the cohort 1, and we have identified a really good set of mentors from our TiE charter member communities to be able to work with them as a part of cohort 1. So um, the the application process and the part of the reason we have these info sessions so that we can talk about them, share the actual examples, and just be in touch with the TiE office, and we will launch the cohort 2 process as soon as this cohort 1 is done. So please reach out to us and we'll send out the application forms and things like that for the cohort 1, cohort 2 as soon as the things kick off for the fall. So with that, let me hand it over to back to Praveen. And I guess Sanjay, you can cover the mentors and the master classes, right? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Vinay.
Sure.
Yes,
Thank
Sanjay.
you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining. We are super excited about launch of this program. And we are fortunate to have this esteemed faculty delivering master classes for our cohort 1. So as Praveen mentioned, there's going to be 3 master classes during the cohort 1, and that will be delivered by well accomplished entrepreneurs and the first one is the product market fit and go to market. That will be delivered by Mukesh Patel, who is an assistant professor at Rutgers Business School, where he's teaching multidisciplinary program in business and technology. He has been professor for over 8 years now and have received multiple awards for his excellence and innovation in teaching. He's a seasoned entrepreneur, investor, and also he has a background in law and economics. So he'll be a very valuable part of our team to deliver the masterclass on product market fit and GTM. We also have Raghu Rao, very well known in the industry. He's a senior entrepreneur, strategic business advisor, and angel investor. In fact, he's working on creating a TiE New Jersey angel program as well. He has been over the years built and exited numerous companies in the technology field. Has also been from Virginia Tech as well as his IIT Madras. The third person we have is Rohit Vasist. He's also a techie, been in industry for 20 years, and he has co-founded a company Viz AI, a leading AI analytical platform for healthcare. His company was recognized by as a top fast-growing company in US. I guess recognized by Inc. He's an NYU graduate as well as IIT Delhi, and he's previously also co-founded an exited company. So we are very fortunate to have these 3 individuals as part of delivering our master classes. He'll be delivering, Rohit will be delivering strategy and hyperscaling, and Raghu Rao will be delivering finance and investment masterclasses. Next, please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We are so fortunate to have this seasoned entrepreneurs who are going to be our mentors for these 5 companies that we talked about. We have Avinash Jaiswal. He's a health tech executive, entrepreneur, and clinician. We have Jesse Danjal. He's the CEO and chief architect of Care.io. Again, he's also a seasoned entrepreneur. He has built and exited multiple companies. We have Ketan Vakil, who has been to spend over 25 years in McKinsey, and he's an alumni now. He's also very much into AI and process transformation. We have Rohit Vasist. Again, he will be, I mentioned it earlier, he's also is a co-founder and CEO of Viz.ai. And we have Samir Karande. He is also a founder and CEO at Zeop.ai. So you can see many of these are from well-known institute, education, seasoned professionals, have built and exited companies, have extensive experience, and their contribution will be invaluable for our TiE Nurture program. So I'm going to pass it on to Praveen now.
Absolutely. And there are
Thank
some
you.
questions. Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. So there are some questions I'm looking. So what we are working right now is creating some Q&A, like some questions regarding the nurture, and we're going to share that with everyone. So that answers a lot of those questions too, right? Because these are really valid questions, but I don't want to take everybody's time to answer every individual, but we'll share that Q&A with everyone. And if still that question, you still have question or anything, feel free to reach out to us. But as Sanjay said, right, we are very thankful to get very accomplished mentors and the faculty members here. So really excited, and even in fact, the mentors and faculty, they are also looking those companies, and they also like really looking forward for that interactions and mentoring. So this is the nurture program team, as Suresh said. So myself, Praveen, I'm a technology entrepreneur, did my exit in 2022, and more on the VC side of the world now. So, and Sanjay, very successful entrepreneur, done multiple exits, deep into analytics side. And Vinay Nathan is a successful entrepreneur running the IoT company based out in Princeton. And the good fact is, like, Sanjay is part of the nurture cohort 2 or 3. Is it 2, Vinay, or 3?
3, yeah, I've been through it in the past.
So he's a successful product of the nurture that showcase that, like, how the nurture program works. Or Vinay has deep expertise into the technology, business development. He's a adjunct at the Drexel University too. A lot of credential into the GTM and overall tech companies. So really, yeah, really excited to be part of this, and looking forward the participation from the group, and uh, like keep building on this on the first cohort. We're going to do a lot of review after the first cohort, because we customize this program totally for our NJ. So we're going to do the review after our first cohort before we start, but feel free to have your input or anything you can contribute at any level, right? We're looking forward that collaboration though. So I will do now. I will introduce our partner from NJ EDA, and Monica Athwal. Monica, do you want to talk a little bit about high level about how the program, your program, and where the people can get benefit? And then we'll hand it to Judith.
Sure, sure. So we have a number of programs to help entrepreneurs at different stages of where they are at and help them grow within the community. We have a number of programs that are stackable, and they are from very early on stage, where we have an entrepreneur support program, where it's a guarantee program. And what I'll do is I will send out some information to you so you can have it. But we're there to help out the companies at different intervals, and not only the companies on the entrepreneur support program and some of the angel match programs, but also for the investors that want to take advantage of these companies that can help the companies grow for investments. So they will have we will have programs to help them also. So they can be investors from New Jersey or out of New Jersey. So that will put money and funds into the growing companies in New Jersey. At the EDA, our focus is on to grow the ecosystem and grow jobs in New Jersey. So for us, having these programs will help support that growth in jobs.
Absolutely. Thanks, Monica. Thanks for the support. And we'll engage you in our first cohort, and I will work with you on the scheduling part and stuff, but looking forward to collaborate with you.
Thanks.
Hi, Judith.
Hi. So So thanks for having me join and talk a little bit about the Commission on Science, Innovation, and Technology, which is a sister agency to the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. We focus on very early stage companies with grants, which is non-dilutive funding, predominantly associated with work that they're doing around research and development projects. And we have a series of different grants from $25,000 up to $250,000 to help companies continue with their R&D activity. Some of our grants are matching grants associated with the federal SBIR, STTR programs, and we're happy to help make connections to the resources at the Small Business Development Center to help companies get access to those federal dollars. We have some other programs that are voucher grants that let companies get access to specialized equipment at our New Jersey universities, Joint Base Lakehurst, Picatinny Arsenal, Coriel Labs, Hackensack Meridian, because again, as a small company, we know that these early stage companies do not have all the dollars to build out everything that they're going to need. We also run a website called Research with New Jersey, which allows you to do a free online web search to find collaboration partners at our New Jersey universities, which is, again, great places to get access to equipment, students, intellectual property that you may be looking to license. I was delighted to see that one of the companies in your cohort, Vital Start Kirkatha, has already taken advantage of a number of the programs from CSIT. So it's a great, she's a real case study of how you're able to actually leverage funding from the state. We do have two grants that are going to be coming up soon, one in the maternal and infant healthcare area and another in food and ag. So again, some of the companies that you're working with both in the cohort and elsewhere may be eligible to apply for those grants. Happy to participate in some of the programming with the cohort companies and elsewhere, because again, we've got great programs to, again, help with non-dilutive funding, which is a complement to the programs that Monica talked about.
Thank you very much, Judith. Yeah, looking forward to work with you on this great program and avenues for the capital access. So thank you. So we have, I kept purposely more time for Q&A, like to have more interactive. So if you have any question, feel free to ask. Is everyone on the mute or how the Q&A?
I'm right here, Pravin.
Yeah.
I do have a question which I think will be helpful for our participants today, and that is, if somebody wants to join the program, the cohort 2, what should they do?
So we are launching the application online process for that. So we're going to share in our newsletter, we're going to share the link for that application process. And that way, basically, companies can apply through that application form, and that comes to come to us for the next cohort. So it is in the process. We are launching that soon for cohort 2. Yeah.
Thank you. I think that answers some of the questions that I see here in the chat, and I'll work with you to send the application across. Rajesh has a question.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for doing this. I had a quick question. So you explained the length of time, what happens, and during those the 12 weeks, I saw the sessions. How is it done? Like, are the cohorts sitting together in one place with you, or is it something virtual at regular times that they speak with you? How does it work? Can you please elaborate on that? Thank you.
Yeah, hi Rajesh, great question. And so the cohort, it's a mixture of virtual and in person. So for cohort 1, we hope to have at least 2 in-person sessions. So one is in between, in the middle of the program, and the one at the end. So yeah, that's kind of how we're running with the cohort 1. Cohort 2, as Praveen mentioned a little earlier, right? There's typically a boot camp as well that happens. Hopefully we are in a position to pull that off. So, we didn't want too many variables in the air when we did Cohort 1. So we've run with, a little bit of a more definitive structure for now, which is virtual and with a couple of in-person options. We'd love to partner with, universities and local kind of companies that can help host, right? So there's a ton of work around trying to put that together, and that's why we wanted to set this info session up. We have set the ball rolling. A lot of help needed from all of you guys to help us kind of make this in person and add a lot more mentors and a lot more startups.
Thank you.
Any other question? I'm just watching the chat also. So
Praveen, could you help I noticed a few CMs in the call. How could they get more involved in the future cohorts?
yeah, that's a great question, Suresh. So basically the next cohort, right? We like to have more interaction. So like we have this CM nurture mentor form also. So we're going to publish that soon. So that gives us the good idea about our CM interest, like who want to be participate into that, right? And once we get that data done, we're going to basically start working with the mentors and identifying, like say for like cohort 2, we getting some healthcare company or fintech kind of company, and that questionnaires we're going to send to the CMs. That gives us the idea about their interest, their passion, and where they wanted to mentor them, right? And we're going to work with or reach out to the folks accordingly, right? So
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Just to add to what Praveen said, right, just pure numbers. Right now, we only have 5 startups in cohort 1. We would love to go take that to 15, 12, 15 companies, right? And automatically that means we need a lot more mentors. And every CM, who is a part, we would love to have everyone involved in the program. So be it as faculty, be it as mentors. So, just as Praveen rightly said, if you could just ensure that you fill out the questionnaire, it allows us to reach out and have a very purposeful communication for cohort 2 to say, okay, these are probably the startups that make sense for you to mentor and things like that. Apart from that, of course, Raghu is working on the angel fund with you guys, and there is the investment side opportunity, and this becomes a great pool of pre-selected, pre-vetted startups that have worked on a path with us that you can look at for all of your investments as you make into the early stage companies as a part of your regular routine. So 2 ways in which charter members can support.
one more area, like just to add Vinay's point, right? Like once this cohort finish, they get exposed to our CM, right? So CM can be like interested to invest in these companies. We're going to give that the first hand, basically, right? So we're going to have those pitch days and events before they go outside.
Correct. Pitch day, definitely attend the pitch day. Yeah, that's a
Definitely
good
attend
point.
the pitch day. As an investor, you can be like on their board or whatever capacity, right? You feel. I mean, I think you get like a really quality company done this really robust like mentoring, and then they are ready for you then, right? So Suresh, we really like to encourage our CM to part of that pitch day and get involved with these companies though, right? So yeah, and that Neetu rightly said, right? We going to start this open mic events too. So that's something we are planning. So once we get this first cohort underway, we'll start looking those communication and additional interaction in coming time.
And Daryl, you could just attend one of our TiE events to start from a networking standpoint. Everybody will have recommendations in terms of law firms and things like that, so that they work with. So if you attend any of the in-person events that Neetu sends out the newsletters about, those are great places to kind of network and get to know more about these type of services.
Yeah, and even the companies in your network, right? You see they are right fit for this program. I mean, send them those application link, and we're going to get this into the more outer reach. But I think we want to rely on our CM to have that word out and bring those quality companies for our TiE engine nurture then, right?
Vinay, just a quick follow-up. Hi, this is Vipul Malik. I see a lot of familiar faces, so good to connect with everybody on the event today. Just a quick follow-up. I've seen that open mic event being very successful at TiE New York, and I think that's a great idea because it has led to many founders finding the right fit in terms of investors. And to your point about providing some of the founders with professional services, I think it may behoove the panel and the mentors to also help them sort of create their own funding mechanisms before the hockey stick uptake takes place, so that the founders, all of you have had successful exits, so I'm sure you'll be able to provide them the right strategies to, maximize their equity before the hockey stick uptake takes place. So I think those would be helpful topics as well.
Noted, Vipul. Yes.
This is Judith. Let me mention from another organization, Bio New Jersey is hosting a partnering conference on May 14th in Liberty Science Center in Jersey City. So for any entrepreneurs that are in the life sciences space and looking specifically to meet up with investors from life sciences, specific focused areas, that is certainly a place to go. It's not only drug development, but medical device, med tech, apps, digital health kinds of things, AI, and so forth. So again, a lot of these things in the ecosystem all complement each other.
Absolutely. And in fact, we have the medtech company in our cohort too. So that will be great, Judith. So if you can share those details.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think we've covered all the questions in the chat as well. Yes, sir.
Praveen, one more question. I think somebody has asked about hybrid. Will you be hosting these sessions online or in person? And if others can join in?
Yeah.
Will you be recording the sessions as well?
So the purpose of these sessions is to really have an intimate interaction with the cohort companies, and there's a lot of material here and discussions that are like off the record, right? So we will not be recording the master classes for sharing with the external people, because there's going to be a lot of dialogue there that is pretty private, right? Having said that, right, so that these are going to be a mixture, as we said earlier, of online and in person. So that's kind of the nature of the cohorts themselves. I think the pitch day will be open to charter members. I think it will be open to all charter members and select VCs. But a lot of this content, right, we will look at ways in which we can repurpose them or have them open to the audience. I think that's an interesting thought. The masterclasses hold immense value as workshops to the, even general entrepreneurs and things like that, right? So let's just take that, as a topic for discussion internally to see how we can expand. Once we hold cohort 1, how can some of that be taken to the wider community?
Thank you, Vinay. And I think some of you on the call have mentioned that you would like to get involved with this program in various capacities. I would encourage you to join TiE, reach out to me to learn more about the memberships that we offer, as well as, we can identify some of our other initiatives that would be, that we are, already working on, which is the TiE University program, TiE Women. So there is immense opportunity for you to participate. So do get in touch with me if you have any questions on memberships and participation. This is your chance. Please do ask your questions. And I also want to acknowledge some of our charter members who are here today. Makrand Diolalkar. He's been a charter member here at TiE New Jersey, and we're grateful for his support. Lalit Vangikar is here tonight. I also see Raman Kapoor, our chairman of the TiE NJ board.
Very good meeting. Thank you for the invite.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Raman, for
joining,
joining.
Raman. Suresh, would you like to end the call?
Niti, you can go ahead.
So thank you again, Sanjay, Praveen, and Vinay for this program tonight. And we are grateful for your participation to giving back to the community through this wonderful program, TiE Nurture. And we are delighted to bring this to New Jersey with all of your support. Also would like to thank all our sponsors again, which are listed. And we look forward to bringing exciting programs and events in the future. So do connect, join as members, and support this wonderful entrepreneurs community. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Do write to us if you have more questions.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash.
Thank you, Avinash.